gentlemen, grab your seats and grab your gum. It is time for the Dirt and Turf podcast. Woo! I'm, of course, Cobra, and I'm joined by Tyler and Cat. And we probably will have a couple guests joining us, popping in time to time. But say hello, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Nice. So we had a very interesting week this week. By the way, for those who will be listening to this podcast, I just wanted to give a heads up. We are going to have we are having a little delay. Our editor Keith, who has been editing our podcast for us lately, he's been out of town time of this recording. So sorry that this podcast came a little bit late. So just a little heads up. We're sorry about that, but it's just how things go. You know, we do have lives, sad but true. So we're going to get into this right now. We know what happened today. We had the trade deadline happen this week. And we had some very interesting moves. Probably
I'm not really upset about any of the Orioles moves.
Oh no! You pretty much move some pieces. Interestingly enough, you got Eloy Jimenez back, or no, you got Eloy Jimenez from the White Sox, a quality outfielder from the White Sox. That's a pretty big move in my opinion.
Well, I think we got rid of Austin Hayes, and yes, I like Hayes.
Oh yeah, but I think also Jimenez definitely needed to change the scenery. He's a quality bat, so that's all I got to say on that. You also got Trevor Rogers from the Marlins for Connor Norby and Kyle Stowers.
I don't know the first guy, but I've heard the other guy's name.
Sounds like it sounds like a prospect. The Yankees, of course, made a big splash with the Marlins.
Getting Jazz Chisholm.
Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm, for Jared Cerna, Augustine Ramirez, and Abraham Ramirez. Augustine Ramirez.
I'm actually surprised we gave him up. I'm surprised they traded very little for Jazz Chisholm, honestly.
Yep. You also got the Orioles also got Zach Eflin, right-handed pitcher, and cash from the Tampa Bay Rays for Mac Horvath, Jackson Bowmeister, and Matthew Etzel. Like the Orioles made some splashes.
I'm not upset with any of them, really.
No,
like they were smart about it, and I feel like the new ownership just kind of let happen what happened.
Yep. And of course, Rob Manfred's favorite team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, got Jack Flaherty from the Tigers for Theron Liranzo and Trey Sweeney. So that was definitely a huge splash from the Dodgers. But it sounds like to me that that the Orioles, I think, are the big winners in the trade deadline because they know what's coming.
For sure.
The Yankees are creeping. The Red Sox are creeping, and Jayme has just arrived. Jayme, welcome.
Hello.
All right. For those who don't know, Jayme is definitely a frequent guest on the Hard Count podcast, which, by the way, is next week on Saturday night. So we are definitely excited for that. But that's enough about the Hard Count. We're talking about the trade deadline, and we were talking about how the Orioles have been making a huge splash. How the Yankees got Jazz Chisholm. So, it's very interesting. What do you think, Jayme? If you have anything to add.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're looking at just on the American side of the conference, Yankees added another power bat to add to their roster, which is only going to make them more dangerous once Soto and Judge and now Chisholm gets flowing. It's going to make it hard for any team to stay with them. But the Orioles, I like the moves that they made because instead of going offensive, they went defensive.
Yep.
And that is the best way to negate a powerhouse offense is with some great pitching, with some great fielding. And that's the route that the Baltimore Orioles went.
Right. So now we're
the ownership has really made a splash, not just in Baltimore, and now they also own Masson right out.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to carry on. I think the owners are tired of being called a small market club, and I think they're trying to make.
But that is the truth, unfortunately. That is the truth, unfortunately.
But at the same time, we probably have a better fan base. Don't hate me for this than Washington does.
They did, truthfully, around this area, yeah, actually, just because of legacy. The Nationals are pretty much, the Montreal Expo cast-offs. So I'm not, knocking that. I mean, I will tell the truth. I was an Orioles fan way before I was a Royals fan. So the only reason why I'm tied to the Royals is because of my dad with the Wilmington Blue Rocks. And now, of course, the Wilmington Blue Rocks are now the Nationals. And how ironic my fiance, pretty much bleeds Washington. So,
well, as someone who is a Washington football fan,
Kami!
My question is, when it comes when we're talking about the conversation between the Nationals and the Orioles, how many actual good seasons has the Nationals had compared to the Orioles?
No idea.
That's incomparable. That's incomparable due to history. Due to history, you can't compare that.
Okay. Well,
so we'll say from the year.
How long?
How long have the Nationals been in the league? What year did they come in?
2005.
About 2005, 2006.
The Orioles.
So if we were to take it from 2005 to now.
If you want to be exact, it came in like 1967, but that was when they were the Expos.
Well, we're going to talk about from 2005 to now. The Orioles still have had way more competitive seasons than the Nationals. The Nationals may have gotten a World Series, but when it comes to consistency, the Baltimore Orioles have been a lot more consistent than the Nationals.
Correct.
That's true.
Correct.
And especially if we're talking percentages, like you can't compare, a team that's been around since 1954 in the same area to a team that just got around in 2005. Like you can't compare fan bases based on that, but you can compare winning percentages, all the stat things that you can turn into a percentage, you can compare that. And I definitely think the Orioles blow the Nationals out of the water in those categories.
As I was about to say to that, Kat, basically if the Orioles are a steady tide, the Washington Nationals are a quick tidal wave, and then it's just a long road of stagnation. That they better exemplify the small market club more than the Orioles do. Let's call a spade about that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm back. I was just switching to my computer.
All right. So now let's move away from the trade deadline. We are going to move on to probably a pretty short segment here, because we're going to be doing a discussion about Mike Trout. So before we do that, let's bring up one of our affiliate links, W Energy. Why not? W Energy has been one of our longest affiliated links with the Social Sports Pad Network. Why don't you give them a try? They're one of the most friendly towards us content creators. That's why they've been showing us some love. So why don't you drink W Energy today? Use our link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be Spotify, YouTube. We have the links in our bio, in our About Us profile. That's, once again, W Energy. So,
You can't have a win without a W.
Correct.
That is fair. That is fair.
Unfortunately, this team would like to have a W, but they can't because their ownership sucks. And that is the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles, California, and Mike Trout.
The tragic career of Mike Trout, which is unfortunate.
Mike Trout, of course, had knee surgery and was hoping to come back before the end of the season. Well, it turns out, he's done for the year. Hello, meniscus tear in the other knee.
That's devastating. I'm not necessarily a fan of Mike Trout, but I don't wish this kind of injury on literally any athlete ever. Not even Shohei Ohtani. Okay.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, agreed. As much as I give famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani some grief, I don't want him to suffer a major injury that is especially a huge setback injury like a meniscus tear.
I don't wish major injuries upon really any player.
No.
Exactly. I mean, as much as I want to have Patrick Mahomes have a Theismann type injury, I don't wish it on him, per se. I
don't wish it on him, but I wish it on him.
Yes. It's like
Mike Trout.
It's like how So back to Mike Trout. Mike Trout, of course, now has officially cemented his legacy as the Bobby Orr of baseball, and I think it's and it's a shame that he doesn't have a World Series ring. But there's one person you got to blame on that, and that's definitely not Mike Trout, and that is
Artie Moreno.
That is Artie Moreno.
Yeah.
Because he, like many of the owners, especially those who back red politicians, call a spade, they hate paying taxes, especially the luxury tax, and that is why Artie Moreno, even though he's been spending lavishly on all these players, especially famous I don't care about baseball Anthony Rendon. It's like you let all these generational talents, basically wither to dust. And you busted your load on Albert Pujols. So yeah, I have no sympathy for Artie Moreno. No sympathy. I consider him among the list of the worst owners ever in sports. But right behind Dan Snyder, Stan Kroenke, and Dean Spanos. By the way, obligatory. You Spanos. So,
is it just a Dan thing?
What?
Is it just a Dan thing? Like, if you're an owner and your first name's Dan, are you just an automatic dirtbag?
Yeah.
No.
I'll go along with that. Yeah.
Dan Snyder did no favors to the commies. Commies, football team, name redacted, whatever you want to call them. So
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get away from that. As much as I love to rip on rich owners, especially James Dolan. But don't get me started on him. We are going to move away from that, and we're now going to get to what everyone in this chat loves to talk about, and that is standings.
Before we get into the standings, go ahead, but say that. But before we get into the standings, I have a couple weather delays to get onto real quick before we get to standings.
Before we get to the standings, let me get to the advert, because our advert, of course, is brought to you by Smackin' Sunflower Seeds.
Hey, Smackin'.
Yep, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, our newest affiliate link, and one of our quickest favorites, because the Dirt and Turf podcast, we love to talk about grabbing your seeds and grabbing your gum. Well, guess what? We're giving you an opportunity to grab those seeds, especially Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. They're a new company, but they're quickly changing the game on sunflower seeds. with flavors like cinnamon churro, and cheddar jalapeno, and of course classics like dill pickle, cracked pepper, and of course original salted flavor. Give them a try, whether you get the sample pack or you buy them in bulk in a bucket. They literally give you a 5-gallon bucket with the pack seeds in it. It's awesome. Try smacking sunflower seeds. The link is in the bio wherever you get your podcast, wherever you get podcasts. And Ben has arrived just in time to talk about the standings. Ben, it's good to hear from you.
The world is going to end and hell has frozen over. Ben is on the podcast.
Just a mid before the standings, we got a couple weather delays to talk about real quick. If you're watching the Blue Jays and Yankees, they are delayed to 8:40 p.m. first pitch due to heavy rain in the New York City area. First pitch at 8:41, and then we got Phillies at Mariners. They're delayed due to fog. They're actually delayed due to fog. They're going to be first pitch is going to be at 10:05 instead of 9:40.
So since we have 5 of us here, this is how we're going to do. We're going to, when I read off the standings, we're going to discuss every single team, in each division and our opinions on what they can do to improve and what they have to do to basically end their season. Starting with, we're going to start with Cat, Tyler, Jayme, and myself. That's how we're going to do it.
Is it because the Orioles are first?
Well,
totally.
If that were to, Ben would have also joined in because he's an O's fan. But hey, Cat is basically, I'm going by where I'm the host. I go last by default, but it goes by order in which you've arrived. So Cat. So what is Cat? The Orioles and Yankees are actually tied, 65 and 45, 591 win percentage. However, the main difference is while the Orioles have won only 5 of the last 10, the Yankees have won 6 of the last 10.
And they're on a 5-game winning.
I just mentioned
the fact that they're on a 5-game win streak, like that just tells me their next game they're going to lose, because I don't think there has been any team all year that has gone past a 5-game win streak. The Orioles might have at the beginning of the season with 7.
Matt said 7 as well.
Yes. All right. Then next, the Red Sox, 57-50, 533 win percentage, 6.5 games back. 4 of the last 10. Come on, guys, step up. You have the Tampa Bay Rays, 55 and 53, 509 win percentage, 9 games back, 6 of the last 10. Hey, it's amazing what you can do.
Can I just say how incredible it is that they have a 509 win percentage and they're still 9 games back?
That tells you how competitive the AL East actually is, believe it or not.
For sure.
Honestly, I mean, it's all between the Orioles and the Yankees for the lead, but for that wild card spot, it's literally anybody's game for the third or fifth.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Is Jason still on? Cobra? Nope. Oh. Is he back?
Is he back?
Me?
Cobra?
Hey, there he is.
Yep. Yeah. So it looks like I'm going to have these issues. Great. Okay. Yeah, I got to get a new mic. So
Toronto.
Round table. Yep. Toronto was 50 and 59, 459 win percentage, 14.5 games back, 5 of the last 10. Round table time, guys. Kat, you start. Discuss the team.
I'm going to discuss Boston because I discuss the Orioles all the time. And who wants to talk about the Yankees?
Yankees.
What I'm going to say...
Tyler, talk about him. His nipples are probably getting moist.
Oh, his nipples are always moist over the Yanks.
Oh, good Lord.
They're not as bad as when you're over Trevor Lawrence, but that's another story.
Yeah, or Sam Howell.
Oh, my gosh.
Or if you put them together, Sam Lawrence.
Anyway.
Sam Caleb Lawrence.
Anyway, continue.
anyway, I think Boston needs to, I'd say, work on their pitching a little bit.
I actually kind of have to agree with that.
They did make acquisitions in the trade deadline, although not big. So there's a little bit of a chemistry issue. Hopefully that changes. Baseball has 2 more months left.
It does. It does.
Tyler.
Ooh.
Discuss
This
the
is
team.
going to be honestly, I actually am going to be a homeboy with this one. Honestly, I think the Yankees have come off hot since the trade deadline,
and that's enough of Tyler. And that's enough of Tyler because we don't want to hear about the Yankees.
Oh, anyway, I was actually going to say
I'm
flaw
kidding.
that we have.
I'm kidding.
I know. Anyway, the flaw with actually is our relief. It was our setup and our closer. We need more production out of our closer and our setup man. Play homes and our setup man have been giving up way too many runs. And that's a lot of the reason why we've been losing games, actually, is because our bullpen absolutely is atrocious.
That's fair.
And then we lost Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton.
Jayme, your turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Jayme.
Well, I guess I'll go with the local since I thought it was going to get a layup that Cat was going to do it. I'll do it. Baltimore Orioles, if they are going to make a strong push into the playoffs, it will reside amongst these 3. Colton Cowser, Henderson, and the man who started at the very beginning of the season and flopped big time, but it came back with a Grammy, our boy, Jackson Holiday.
Ben, Jayme, you guys definitely are getting moist for Jackson Holiday.
I respect the hell out of that though. Jackson Holiday, if he can be consistent, he's going to be a stud.
If he performs the way that he was expected to perform, that means the bats will be swinging, which has been the Orioles' downfall as of late. Because, like we said, they bolstered up their pitching and their defense, but it's been their bats that's been disappointing. So if Holiday, Cowser, and Henderson can keep their bats going, that's what's going to catapult them into a deep playoff run.
Yep, and hopefully y'all can get good. Ben!
Yo, what's up?
Finally, you can join us. Yay! Ben, we have 2 teams left. Pick one to talk about. What do they need to improve?
Which teams?
Tampa Bay, the Rays, and the Blue Jays.
The Rays and the Blue Jays?
Yep, the bottom feeders.
Am I trying to figure out which team is better, or
what they can do to improve? If you got an opinion, just say pass. If you don't have anything, just pass.
The Blue Jays need a lot of things. They need pitching. They need hitters. They don't have a team. All they have is Bichette, Guerrero,
Vladdy Guerrero,
Springer, and they have Springer. That's all they have. They have nothing else to add to their team. They've gotten rid of everything they could. They're basically on selling mode currently. So right now, nothing.
No, Ben. Let me rephrase you on that one. No, they're imitating their hockey team. They have all this offense, no defense, no goaltending. Pretty much they can't. They pretty much are hit. But when it's pitching, when it comes to catching, and hello, Frank. How you doing, man?
That's what I'm saying. They have no pitching. They have all offense. They have no pitching. They're relying on Guerrero, Springer, and Bichette.
Yep. All right. If you guys don't know, this is Frank from Newt City, Discord server that helps us out, and he also works at the Bob at Chase Field. So very fun fact.
Awesome.
Yes, so that includes my biases. So there's my bias warning at the head of this recording, I guess.
Well, don't worry about that. Trust me, we have Cat who gushes all over the Baltimore Orioles. So does Ben. And of course, Tyler, he gushes over the Yankees.
Interesting. All right.
Yep,
and I
so
gush
we're-
over the Phillies.
Yep. Yeah.
Right time.
Yep. So yeah, we have a very eclectic crew. All right, so we're gonna get out of the AL East. We're definitely talk about the Central. So the Cleveland Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess what? They're the best team in baseball right now. 66-42, 611 win percentage, 7 of their last 10.
Mhm.
Then we have the Kansas City Royals, who have come into their own and actually back to second place, 61-49.
That's
Triple
insane
five
to
win.
me that they came back into second place. Can I just say
Yeah.
that?
They're having a hell of a season. And then we got the
They
Twins.
are, though. They are.
59 and all right. Twins at 59 and
Don't
48,
lie.
551. 59 and
I was
48.
going to say something about the Twins, man. You know, how they, they are trying to channel, to summon Aaron Rodgers, into Minnesota so they can come to the Vikings and annoy Tanner. But
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
all
right, can I continue?
yes,
They're six.
go.
They're 6.5. They're actually half a game back behind the Royals. 6.5 back from Cleveland. They're actually or they just won. They're 500 in their last 10 games. They're actually playing pretty good baseball right now.
Yep.
What are we talking about again?
The Minnesota Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Yep. Then we have the Detroit Tigers, 52-58, 473 win percentage, 15 games back, and 3 of the last 10. Big oof.
Wow.
And of course, the biggest laughingstock in baseball, besides Rob Manfred, the Chicago White Sox, 27-84, 243 win percentage, 40.5 games back. They ain't won shit.
They're really 40 and
They're
a half.
Do they?
They're going to be the first team to 100 losses this year.
Anybody? Do you want to point out the fact that they're on a 17-game losing streak?
They're on a
That's
17-game
amazing.
losing
That's
streak.
great. That's great.
They're
17
They're
games.
40 and a half. They're 40 and a half games back from the Cleveland Guardians in first place of the Central.
The Cleveland
Like, how do
Indians.
you come back from this? Like next
don't.
year,
You don't. You contract. You might as well contract with the Oakland Athletics and and get ready for the move to Vegas.
Funny enough, I'm
That's how bad
surprised Miami.
I'm
I'm surprised Miami traded.
If they put both teams together, it might actually be competitive.
I'm
Maybe.
surprised Miami
All right.
traded more assets than the White Sox. I was surprised Miami traded more assets than the White Sox. I was thinking the White Sox were going to trade a bunch of their assets, get some
To be
picks
Who
back.
do they
But
have? Who's they
To be
have?
fair,
though?
they
the
have
Marlins-
some.
To be fair, the Marlins
Anyway.
always get rid of they always get rid of their players. To be fair,
Christian Yelich.
Who's actually on a comeback season. He might actually get MLB Comeback Player of the Year.
And I respect the hell out of that, especially in the Fight Club.
Anyway,
All right.
I'm going to start off on this one. Can I do this one?
Yep. Yeah.
We got the Phillies. They're actually the second best.
Hold
team
up.
in the league.
You missed the AL West. Tyler. What the
Aw.
hell?
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
also,
I
I
would
have
be-
a quick question too. Well,
We
also,
got
I have
the
a question
Houston
too.
Trash Bros.
Hold up.
I have a question too, though.
Go ahead, Frank.
Because I hear people saying Cleveland has won the Central because they're 6 games ahead. Have they?
That's not true. No.
No,
No.
we got 2
No,
weeks left.
No.
Could they theoretically collapse? Could they theoretically collapse in a 6-game?
We've seen it happen before,
Teams
Frank.
ahead?
We
The
have.
Yankees were the best
have.
team in baseball for the longest time, and they had one of the worst Junes in history.
Which I love.
You could
Of course
definitely
you are.
ask one team how that feels. Ask the Kansas City Royals and ask Lowell Mets. You can ask
That's
those
when
two.
you
Oh,
have
yeah,
a bad
for
August.
sure.
Easy.
They could definitely have a bad August for sure, having to face Minnesota
Anyway.
and Kansas City, who are in their division.
Anywho,
They could have a bad August, and then they climb up.
Anyway, my bad for missing the West.
If we were going to place bets
We
on
got the Houston
when,
Astros.
we were
hold
going to
up.
place bets on when they were going to have their collapse, I would argue that it would be the later mid-half part where they open up against Milwaukee, who's no scrub. Then
Yeah.
they go into a series with the Yankees. Then they go into a series with the Rangers. Then they go into a series with the Royals.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a tough stretch right there. That's it.
So
It's a
from
tough
the-
stretch.
And then before that, they play the Cubs. So literally
Yep.
from the 12th all the way through the 28th, they could go on a major slump.
They could. So let's get back to the standings. In a statistical tie, you have the Houston Astros at 56-52 with a .519 win percentage, and you have the Mariners who maybe have replaced their solo cup athletic cups with actual protective cups to prevent kicking their fans in the dick. With a 57-53, .518 win percentage, they're on a better run than the Astros, who are 4 of the last 10. Astros 4 of the last 10, Mariners 5 of the last 10. Then you have the World Series champion Texas Rangers, 52-57, .477 win percentage, 4.5 games back. They're also 5 of the last 10. You have the aforementioned Los Angeles, California Angels of Anaheim, who need a miracle. They need to summon Al. Christopher Lloyd, you're still around. I know you are. 47-62, .431 point percentage, 9.5 games back. They've won 5 of the last 10. And coming up at the rear, the Oakland Athletics of Las Vegas, 45-65, .409 win percentage, and 12 games back.
See,
Now
I have a hard time believing that the Angels or the A's could come back from this and be a wild card contender.
To be fair, it just sounds like to me that both those teams are mainly just playing spoiler. They are pretty much here to finish the season. They have a locker to clean out and a ride home to catch. That's what
American League wild card is too competitive. They have to go through almost every other team in the American League fighting for a wild card spot to get up there. That's too much to go through, and I don't think they're going to be close. They're 13 games back. Angels are 13 games back from the third and last wild card spot. Oakland's 15.5. That's a lot to get through.
And they also have to. And they also have so much to cover as well. Many variables. So many variables.
I will say this though: the AL West is the roller coaster of MLB divisions this year because Houston was in last. The Athletics were in first to start the season.
Yep.
Yes.
Houston Astros were in last place. The Athletics were in first. Rangers were middling around, and Seattle was trying to find their footing. And now it's flip-flopped basically midway through.
Yep.
I can tell you why the Athletics and the Angels collapsed.
Athletics and Angels collapsed because of one thing: ownership.
Disneyland.
Ownership.
Could they be owned by Disney at this point? Possibly.
No. They're one's owned by Artie Moreno, who hates the luxury tax, and the other one is owned by a guy who huffed his own cocaine for Moneyball and bitched and moaned that he couldn't get his own way. That is the Athletics. And then
they all celebrated by going to Disneyland. That's why they suck.
Well, no, they actually celebrated because he's about to join Mark Davis going to Las Vegas and snort PF Chang soy sauce off of a hooker's ass. So, okay, enough about that.
Anyway.
Let's go to the NL.
But before we go to the NL, I would say, as someone who has semi paid attention to the Mariners, this is the first time that anyone's ever been excited about the Seattle Mariners since Ken Griffey Jr. So
the first or second time. The first or second time.
Well, let's be real. Did you
forget about Ichiro too? You forgot about Ichiro?
But they couldn't really get excited about him. It was like a catch-22.
But anyhow, look, the Ichiro shogunate was great for baseball. Enough said. All right, so let's get to the NL East. We got the Philadelphia Phillies, 65-43, 602 win percentage, but they are on a skid. They have won 3 of the last 10.
They're not playing well right now. They got swept by the Yankees.
You have the Atlanta Braves, who strangely, despite wearing a cast on their body, they are 59-49, only 6 games back from the Phillies, 546 win percentage, 5 of the last 10. And strangely surging is Lowell Mets, reigning supreme across the land, 57-51. 8 games back with a 528 win percentage, and they've won 7 of the last 10. I swear it had to be something with Grimace. I swear. Either Grimace was making out with Mr. Met. I don't know. No offense to the LGBTQ community. Yeah, all right. And we have the Washington Nationals, 49 of 60. 450 win percentage, 16 and a half games back. Like the Phillies, they're skidding too. 3 of the last 10. I told you guys, Nationals are a little undercooked. And you have the Miami Marlins, who weirdly are 40 and 69. Nice. 367 win percentage, 25 and a half games back. 5 of the last 10.
They just kind of show up to their games and they're like, hey, we're here. Nothing that we do counts anymore, but we're here.
Considering they let their star player Jazz Chisholm go. Yeah.
Hyphenated.
I can't imagine some of these deals that people are making and them thinking, we're doing shit anyway. We might as well just let go one of our best players.
Yeah. Sometimes
they also let go of Josh Bell too. They gave we're focused on Jazz because that's the trade to the Yankees. Miami got rid of a bunch of their key players and took a bunch of prospects to try and rebuild. It's not just one guy. They went hard selling into the trade deadline, harder than a lot of people expected them to be.
Billy Marlin might as well be driving a T-43 Soviet tank right now. That's what it sounds like the Miami Marlins are doing. Unfortunately, they can't tank because, and also, well, they can tank, but they really can't because the White Sox are at the bottom, but they also can't tank because they won't have any high picks. Anyhow. So now to the NL Central. My favorite team, the Milwaukee Brewers, the MLB Fight Club. 61-47, 565 win percentage, 5 of the last 10. I am wholly rooting for this team. I want this team to make it to the World Series. That'd be great for baseball. And really, these guys are. I'm not getting drunk. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no!
What your opinion on the Brewers?
The Pittsburgh Pirates are going to Super Bowl. Yeah, we're number 2 in the NL Central. Steelers got Super Bowl. Someone get this Yinzer out of here! Damn it! Get the Yinzer out of here! I could smell the IROC Camaro.
I had to drive him in. He's riding with me, unfortunately.
Damn it, Tyler! Damn it!
He paid me $50
it's all your
for gas.
fault, man.
$50 for gas?
He's not going to spend it on gas. Tyler, he's going to spend it on Iron City, Yingling, and Primantes. You idiot.
No, he gave me the
Why would
$50.
you do that to us?
How did he have $50? What, did he forget his bail money? Oh, jeez. Anywho, Pittsburgh Pirates, 55-53, 509 win percentage, 6 games back, 5 of the last 10. I can't believe they're number 2. Oh, urinating tree is going to have a field day. And of course, the St. Louis Cardinals, 56-54, also a 509 win percentage, 6 games back, 4 of the last 10. Oh, wow. And then you have the Chicago Cubs, 54-58, 482 win percentage, 9 games back with a 5 of the 10. And the Cincinnati Reds, 52-56, 481 win percentage, 9 games back, 5 of the last 10. Oh boy, what is this division?
A very interesting one, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very competitive one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, I was just shaking my head. I didn't really have any words. I was just shaking my head.
Why? Why? Was it because of the Yinzer that he had to show up because he's so excited for the Pirates? He's also excited for football. The hard count is coming next Saturday at 7 p.m. So we're going to be talking football on that podcast. Yeah. Football is baby.
But out of this division, though, if I had to make a pick as to who will be represented in this division come postseason, I'm going with the Cardinals.
I disagree. I think it's going to be Brewers.
The Brewers have messed well as of right now, but the Cardinals traditionally, if you look back in the history of their existence, the years that they start off really slow, they always get hot, and they also made a lot of key moves.
I don't think they have to pick some dust for that, though. I don't think so. I don't care.
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't care if they have Arenado. They don't have the pixie dust yet.
Well, Tommy Pham is a playoff good luck charm, though.
Tommy Pham is there a good luck charm along with Paul Goldschmidt?
Tommy Pham is a playoff good luck charm. Every single
he is.
This is his third team in 3 years, and all 3 teams he's played for, he's gone to the playoffs. Yep. So he's a playoff good luck charm. So who knows? Yep. Maybe that's enough. But I think Pittsburgh has the better team, better pitching staff now.
Yep. And of course, the Yinzers are going crazy. You're damn right, we're going crazy. Guys, Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be like the Steelers and going to Super Bowl. I thought he left. All right, let's get to the end.
Oh, no, you don't, Yinzer. Get out of my car. Get out of my car.
No. Anyhow, let's get to the NL West.
I will deal with it after the podcast.
Stins or no stinsing?
If you crash my car, Yinzer, I will kill you.
No, Tyler, no killing. Anyhow, we have, in the NL West, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers, led by famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani, 63-46 with a .578 win percentage, 5 of the last 10. In second place, we have the San Diego Padres, 59-51 with a .536 win percentage, 4.5 games back, and hot with a 9 of their last 10. Wow. But not being any slouch is the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Frank, you got to be happy about this. 58-51, .532 win percentage, 5 games back, 7 of their last 10. And all I got to say is this, man, about the D-backs. They were near the bottom of the basement, and no one expected them to actually get this far. They are pretty close to a wild card. Pretty close.
Like another World Series run?
Oh,
I don't know.
Probably.
It's possible.
I think if everybody gets healthy. I think I can fully confidently say World Series run. I can be able to confidently believe it when I see Merrill Kelly and Eduardo Rodriguez pitch. If they pitch the way they've been pitching when they come back from injury and they don't get injured before the playoffs, then you have Zach Gallen, Brandon Pfaadt, Eduardo Rodriguez, Merrill Kelly as your starting pitching rotation going into the playoffs.
Yep.
Gallen's an animal.
So if they all pick the way they've been pitching before, and Merrill Kelly or Eduardo Rodriguez pick up where they left off when they come back from injury soon, that's a pretty darn good playoff starting rotation. And I believe the Diamondbacks currently have the best record after the All-Star break as well. So they're currently doing a lot better. A lot better.
All right. Getting back to the standings, we have the San Francisco Giants, 54-56, 491 win percentage, 9.5 games back, 6 out of 10. Hey, they're just not too bad, I guess. They were actually worse than this last week.
Yeah.
And you have the Colorado Rockies, 70, 364 win percentage, 23.5 games back, only won 4 of the last 10. And even though friend of the channel, Joey Overstreet, basically said that this team was terrible, they're dead to him, yada, yada, blah, blah. It's like they're not the White Sox. They are actually better than you think. All right, that's enough of that.
They can't even pay geologists to go to their games.
Pretty much. And so now we head to the games of the weekend, brought to you, of course, by Fanatics. And the reason why I bring up Fanatics is because the preseason is upon us. That means football season is upon us. Grab your jersey, grab your hat, get ready for football. Grab your baseball jersey while you still can. Root for your favorite team as they reach the playoffs. Hockey season and basketball season is going up. Let's see how bad the jersey's going to be for NHL. Did I say that out loud? Oops.
Yeah.
So, once again, our link is in the bio, wherever you get your podcasts. Check us out, support the channel, show us some love. That's Fanatics. All right. So, since we have a pretty big group, we have 6 people here. Everyone gets to pick 2 games of the weekend that they are looking forward to. All right, and I'm going to start with Kat, Tyler, Jayme, Ben, Frank, and end with myself. So,
Shouldn't it just be one with how many people?
Yeah. Pick game of the weekend. Your game. Let's go. Kat, pick one.
Blue Jays, Yankees.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. All right, Tyler.
I'm going Dodgers, Padres.
All right, Jayme.
Phillies, Mariners.
Nice. Ben.
I have no idea who's playing. Sorry, my bad. I was busy typing.
I can pick for Ben.
I'll help you. Ben, I'll help you. So we have Cardinals, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Pirates, Royals, Tigers, Brewers, Nationals, Blue Jays, Yankees, Orioles, and Guardians, Giants, Reds, Marlins, Braves, Red Sox, Rangers, Rays, Astros, White Sox, Twins, Mets, Angels, Rockies, Padres, Dodgers, Athletics, Phillies, and Mariners.
It's Orioles in Cleveland.
Yes, that's why I said Guardians.
I would say Orioles
right.
and Guardians mean the most right now.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, not Alex. Frank.
I'll probably go Chicago Cardinals.
Nice.
Classic rivalry.
And I myself, I'm going to go. Adam. I'm going to go with the Brewers and Nationals.
Ooh, that's
I got to. Brewers are a fight club. Okay.
Well, yeah.
That's one. Brewers are a fight club, and also my fiance, watches the Nationals. She's a Washington fan. I
like
can't
to watch
help that.
Nationals get punched in the face.
Pretty much, and hey, I get to go in a room with her and give her some love. As she drowns her sorrows. Well,
yeah.
not really.
What I'll say is, while I wait for the Phillies Mariners games to happen, I will be watching the D-backs versus the Pirates.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Nicely done. All right, and sadly, this is the end of our show. Special. We want to give a special shout out to our affiliates. Before we end it, we have, of course, Bulletproof Coffee, Dr. Squatch, Sleeves, Duke Cannon Supply Company, Fubo TV, Century PC. Let's see, and we have W Energy, Sunflower Seeds, and Fanatics. Once again, the links are in our about, our bio, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Show the channel some love. And on behalf of Kat, Tyler, Jayme, Ben, and Frank, I am Cobra. Play ball.
Have a good night, guys.
Exactly. See you around.
And cut.